So you have to know that this is a classic matchup in Geneva. We've seen this matchup a lot in the weeklies, in the Absolute Trust weeklies, for example. Two players who are very used to facing each other. They know each other very well, especially in this matchup, Meta Knight against Lucas. With the Sora, it might be a bit different. I don't think they've played so much Sora Lucas. But this one, that's a classic. And yeah, truly, it's a good thing. Thank you for the reminder. PATOO was actually sent in loser side, in the losers bracket by Rohan Doge in a trio manner, in a convincing way. So we're gonna see if the history repeats itself. For the moment, it's looking like it will, because that ladder is gonna connect, end up with a tornado. It's gonna get the job done. That was really well played by Rohan, and it's looking a bit suffocating for PATOO at the moment, especially if you're gonna miss that tech. Especially if you're gonna miss that tech, you're gonna put yourself in a very weird situation, and the back air is gonna reset it once again. He's gonna go very deep for it. Wow, that's so beautifully done by Rohan Doge. What a way to navigate around those options to get the back air every single time. That was so close, that was so clutch, that was so beautiful actually. And it's gonna be a 2-stock lead for Rohan Doge already. The Lausanne Sport eSport player looking very impressive today, as we said. Only Kimbo was able to stand in his way for now. And PATOO will surely try to do his best. But that's looking hard, that's looking hard. It looks like Rohan knows every single aggressive option that's gonna come out. As I said, those two players know each other really well. And if there's one thing you don't want, is Rohan to know what you're gonna do. Because he's really clever, that little Lausanne Sport player, and he's... Oh, that was so good! That was so good! That was so good, using the up B from Lucas to still be able to survive. Oh, you cannot sleep after that down throw. You have to be ready for it. And the back air is gonna take it. It's gonna be 1-0 for Rohan Doge, who's looking decently strong, I have to say. PATOO was really convincing against Byron, but here it's looking like a whole different matter, a whole different story, and he just doesn't have the time to breathe. Just doesn't have the time to breathe, and keep in mind, we were playing on one of the biggest stages at their disposition at the moment. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Town and City was not enough for PATOO to get the room to breathe. And if he gets suffocated like that, he won't have much to say. He won't have much room to express himself in this set. So we hope for him, for the young Geneva player, that he's going to be able to calm the pace a little bit and find his openings. But you see Rohan going straight in with the down B. He just does not want to let the young boy breathe here. It's hard for Lucas. It's hard for Lucas in these situations. One thing that the Psychic kid lacks clearly is out of shield options. So it could be an important factor, and it's surely one of the reasons why Rohan is applying so much pressure. Also considering that he knows PATOO, as I said, so he feels that he has the freedom to do so. Against an unknown player, he would be more cautious, surely, in a loser's final. But against somebody he has played so many times against, that leaves him so much freedom, sorry. But for the moment, PATOO is holding his ground. Is looking kind of decent, not so threatening, but at least he's able to breathe. And that's something that seems very important to me in this matchup, in this confrontation. He's going to apply a lot of shield pressure, but Rohan Doge is going to know exactly when to press his out of shield option. That's going to alleviate all the pressure PATOO was trying to install, and it's going to cost him the stock at the end of this heads-guard situation. Very well played by the Lausanne Sport player. And PATOO will have to take this stock earlier than later, because otherwise it's gonna start looking off. I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. It's been a long day here. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of water and I'll be back with you in a moment. Yeah, sorry for that. So I was going to say, if you let Rohan, you know, set the pace like that, you let him enjoy his lead, you let him camp you out a bit, you let him wait for his best openings. That's just really dangerous. That's a really dangerous game to play because, you know, at those persons you could get edge guarded anytime, and here it comes, and here it comes. It's just not going to be enough. Although the fact that Meta Knight was in the hit shortened a little bit the up B duration. And that's a good up throw. That's a good up throw, and that's exactly what PATOO needed to get back into this game. And we see that this kind of pace, which is much more patient than the first game, it's much more, you know, it's kind of a stare-down contest. It seems to benefit PATOO, who's working really well around the poking option Meta Knight has. What was really hard to deal with was the really aggressive shield pressure, sorry. But in this situation, it looks much more promising for the Young Geneva player. And he nearly caught that down B with the picky fire. It was a really good read, really good option coverage. We're gonna get the fair once again. Lucas's fair is actually such a good move. It does so much for the character. And we see PATOO using it as a kill option, as a neutral option. It frees you so many space. And space he needs. Because he's one stock down after that very good back air by Rohan. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's a down throw. You have to DI it right. Oh, actually, that was kind of a mix-up, I feel. He DI'd in. That was really weird. Should never do that, but as a mix-up, it could work. Oh, that was close. And that's gonna get the stock. Only 50% behind. A small deficit if you don't get edge guarded. But how? How are you going to avoid getting edge guarded against Meta Knight, against rohan doge? The expert in the matter. Oh, that was close! That was close. That could have been the end. That back air packs quite a punch when it comes to spiking. It could have been the end. But for a few pixels, we're still in the game. And no hold up is going to happen yet. But PATOO very well in that game. Very well back in that game. He's going to be able to shield just at the last minute. And it's the difference between what we saw earlier with Saykloo and what we see today with PATOO, is that PATOO knows what option Rohan has to punish him, and he's going to use that PK freeze to bait that down B, which is obviously much more efficient than just trying to straightly go for the down B. He mixes it up though, for the up B, sorry. That's going to be big, that's going to be big, that's going to be the end. That's going to be the end. Rohan played it all on that up B. Could have gone both ways. But it ended up turning successfully for PATOO, who was able to calmly punish it with a forward smash and get his first win in this confrontation, in this set. His first win today against rohan doge, if we take into account winners as well. So it's huge. It's huge for PATOO, and it could mean a lot. It could mean a lot. We're gonna go into this third game back on Town and City, which is, in my opinion, it's not a bad option for Lucas against Meta Knight. But the first game went really badly. It was really harsh, and PATOO got run down pretty convincingly, I should say. So we're gonna see if this time the picks is less detrimental to the Lucas player. Rohan sharking with those down airs on your shield with a jump coming in each time. It's obviously really strong. What a good weight, what a good reaction here to get the grab, reset the advantage. And here we're gonna have a back air coverage, but PATOO is gonna go through and get back to the center of the stage, which is obviously vital in this matchup. And that's a dangerous situation to be in. The air dodge is just gonna go through that tornado. Oh, that was dangerous. That was really dangerous. I was not sure really what was happening there, but both players chose a big option, and oh my god, that confirm was crazy. That was so good. Falling fair. It. Oh. Okay. Pendant. That's really good as well from Rohan doge, finding the forward smash, not letting Lucas run away with the lead. And obviously you don't want to do so, because if PATOO takes this game, it's gonna put Rohan in a very delicate situation. But that ladder could be big. Very good SDI though, to help PATOO get out of it. And the forward smash, you cannot react out of shield to this forward smash. Stop trying to punish it. It's literally undoable. Impossible. Oh, the nair, the falling nair is such a strong edge guarding tool. And yeah, it's gonna work out. Rohan doge, who's taking the lead convincingly again. Yeah, you have to know that about Meta Knight. The hitbox on that multi jab is crazy. It's really hard to punish him by jumping over him. And that's what PATOO just learned today. The dash attack is connecting. Very good patience by Rohan doge. It's going to reset his advantage. And it looks hard. It looks hard for the Lucas player. Rohan doge is just playing really well at the moment. Really patiently. Oh, that was so good. The way he went around that down smash. That was really good. It's going to allow him to reverse the situation completely. And if he finds the edge guard there, it's going to be over. He's going to go for it. He finds the back air. It's going to take the stock. So precise, Rohan doge when it comes to those edge guards. It's not the first time we see it in this set. It's not the first time we see it in this matchup. But it's always impressive to notice how precise Rohan doge is going to be with all his jumps, with the way he handles his drift, and the options he decides to go for every time PATOO is off stage. That's just really impressive, and of course, it's gonna mean the stock every time PATOO gets in a bad situation off stage, every time he burns an option too quickly. And that's just so hard to play against. Very well done then by Rohan doge, who's gonna go into this fourth game with all the momentum he needs to clutch it out, take this losers final, and go against Kimbo in the grand final. But I know someone who's planning things a bit differently. And that's our Lucas player, obviously. Our favorite Lucas player here in Romandie. PATOO, the one and only. The hypest Lucas you're ever gonna see. Oh, that jab lock. That was good. Oh my god. A great SDI here, allowing PATOO to shield the last part of that multi jab. The up air combos, the up air strings. But that's just not gonna be enough. And he's gonna find himself off stage once again. The air dodge was a bit risky, and it's over. As I said, you burn an option against Rohan, especially such an obvious one. You're just dead. And PATOO here showed a little bit of panic maybe with that early air dodge to the ledge. Panic it is on the side of Rohan doge as well, because that rollout is gonna get you nowhere, my friend. And you're gonna get exploded by that up smash as well. So PATOO still very much in this game after clutching it out. Once again, a very, very good SDI in to get out of the ladder. And could we find a big opening? Could we find a big combo on either side? Oh, we barely don't need it. Why would you need a combo when you have those reads with the forward smash and the down B now? Those were crazy. Rohan doge decided to activate the reading mode, and that's costing PATOO a lot. Just don't have the luxury to autopilot against such a player. Will PATOO be able to find a miracle comeback there? Get this stock off, get this second stock off without taking too much percents. It's looking tough, it's looking tough. Rohan applying so much pressure, handling the matchup so well, actually. Being patient when he needs to. That feels really hard for PATOO. But maybe, you never know. As flashy as we saw him being, he showed us he was able to do barely anything with his character to clutch very early stocks. So that could happen, but Rohan, look at this. He's playing the patient game. Just shoulder ping, back and forth. He's just jumping around. It's a little dance, and PATOO is, you know, he doesn't want to go for a crazy option because that's what Rohan is trying to do. Of course, he's timing him out a little bit, but that's not what's relevant right now. What's relevant is that by doing so, Rohan is conditioning PATOO to going for a crazy option, a crazy burst option, and if he whiffs it, that's just game. So yeah, it's a mental war at the moment. And I'd love to see more of those PK fires coming out of PATOO if you want to play this game. It's how you're gonna do. The fair desert, the PK fires, the poking options. And finally, we find an opening from PATOO. And we have to make the most of this jungle situation. It's hard, it's hard. Rohan is switching the pace a little bit. He's coming back into a more aggressive state. And at the same time he waits, he gets the grab. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Oh my god, he had it. He had it. Yeah, dodge. But wait, at 108%, anything could happen. That was crazy. That was crazy. He went so far above the edge. That was very well played by Rohan. He's gonna take it. He's gonna send PATOO out of this tournament.